I feel like we did pretty good, just handling, not knowing what they're going to throw at us. We just stuck to the plan. Everybody has a job, so if everybody does it 1/11th, then, the ball is going to spit somewhere. So we don't know whose lap is going to fall in, but it fell into somebody's lap. And, as long as everybody's clicking and doing their job, the job's going to get done.
Yeah, I should think in the fourth quarter there, you guys had the ball pretty much the entire quarter. I think you guys ran the ball 16 times. What was it like just being a center? What was it like just being part of that? Just kind of controlling the clock in the game.
I mean, as an offensive line, we love running the ball. I mean, that's what you want. You want, be physical. You got to get a first down to win a game. That's what it comes down at the end, and you have to run to win. That's what they always come back down to. It comes back down to the basics: run to win, run to win. Controlling the clock, time possession, everything like that funnels down in the fourth quarter, and that's just when we needed it. That's what we did. We executed.
Cash, since last time we talked to you was after the Western Kentucky game, and I could tell just so fired up after that game. After a loss like that, trying to correct. Since then, obviously, you guys have corrected a lot. Do you feel like that was kind of a turning point in the season? Obviously, a loss always is, but just reinvigorating this team to do what they need to do?
Just kind of like an eye-opening thing, just saying like, hey, guys, like we're better than we need to be. We still haven't played 4 quarters of Bear football like we need to be, and that came up in the third quarter, and that we kind of resorted back to our old self, and we go, this is not us. And you saw us come back out in the fourth quarter, just clicking on all 4 cylinders where we need to be. I agree. I agree that the Western Kentucky game was kind of sort of a changing point that we can hang with Conference USA teams as well and execute at a high level, and we're about to show you what these next games coming up.
And then for both of you guys, Coach Beard talked about just the players leading the one being the ones leading the charges on Sunday, kind of into that week. For you two both being captains, is that sort of something you've taken pride in, just being kind of a self-starting program, not needing direction, but just going out and doing it on your own?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're the guys out on the field, and the coaches know that too. We love the coaches around us. So, I mean, they bring us up, they get us high, but at the end of the day, they know that they got to count on us to go out there and perform. And like Coach Beard says, you got to go 1-0. When you go 1-0, it doesn't start on Saturday. It starts on the Monday preparing. It starts right after the game, coming back Sunday, talking about the game, watching film, getting prepared. Just 1-0 in the weight room, 1-0 in the classroom, and especially 1-0 on the field.
And I think the guys do a really good job of feeding off of each other. Some people bring it every day, some people don't, but we always find a way to, just feed off of each other and just find a way to get the job done.
Kanye, in that third quarter, obviously the defense was out on the field a long time. The offense ended up being on the field a lot in the fourth quarter. But who is it who kind of tries to pick everybody up when it seemed like in that third quarter nothing was going right? Who kind of stands up and talks player-wise on the sideline?
It's kind of everybody, in my opinion. Some of the guys are just watching the game and like they see, a lot that's going on. The kids who make a play, they're hyped up, and so they try to bring everybody up to their level. And I think everybody plays a part in trying to keep the team together and level-headed.
Think about Kennesaw's offense. I mean, they're big, and quarterbacks are big. Being for a linebacker, it's pretty fun for you to go against big guys like that. So what do you kind of think?
I haven't really looked at much film yet, but going into this game, I got high hopes. Bigger team, so they're gonna try to run the ball a little bit, or whatever they're good at. But I got faith in our squad. It's not our first time going against a bigger squad or a team that's that clicks on all cylinders. So there's a lot of plays to be made, and we're excited going into this game.
Cash, what's it like playing in front of Jacob Clark? Talked about his leadership and the way he thinks on the field and changes things. You got to do that as well, right? What's it like kind of playing with him offensively?
It's nice. He knows what's going on. He knows the different fronts. He knows where the pressure's coming, and that's just a huge advantage for us to check out of something. Why run the ball this way when you know you can gain yards this way? He's a great guy, great leader, fires us up on the sideline, especially in the third quarter when it looked like some things were starting to slip. He came over and he came up to the offensive line and just fired us back up again. Having him back there just makes us feel whole, feel together. I love having him back there.
And both of you guys, just playing loose, really nothing to lose, house money. Just talk about that going up against a Kennesaw State team and then finishing against the teams you have to finish with.
When you say nothing to lose, I feel like, there's still a lot to go get. So I feel like we could just go in there and swing. As long as we come out swinging, I think we're going to do good. Unfortunately, the bowl game situation, that's what we were fighting for, but you know, these are our last 2 games with this team, so we're gonna do our best to go out there and just make it shake.
Gosh, it seems like in the fourth quarter of these really important games, you guys don't give up the sack. You're converting on third downs. But then it seems like, you know, the first couple of quarters, maybe not as much. What do you kind of see there, the big difference where you're able to not give up any sacks in very important stretches, but then maybe early in the game you do? Is it just kind of the flow of the game, or how does that kind of?
Good flow of the game, and also just coming out and recognizing what they're coming out in. We were expecting a whole lot more third down and pressure on fourth down, and then they came out in just a regular 4-down defense, and so we were trying to alert where pressure was coming, especially when the Mike and Sam linebackers were getting in the box, where the Mike cross blitz was coming. That was also fun for me just to try to determine when it was, and we had great plays. When Shamari scored on that 1 touchdown, we made a backside troop call, and we got the backside to come with us. So it was just picking up different blitzes and seeing what they're going to come out. Every defense is going to throw something different at us, especially what they showed the week before, to try to switch it up or try to confuse us. And as soon as we get settled, we just get to rolling.
You kind of started talking about it, finishing strong these last 2 games. But is there a chance for you guys to kind of like zoom out and sort of understand what you guys have built here at Missouri State over this last year and how special this team is, or is that kind of, we'll save that in January once everything's done and wrapped up?
I mean, just right now in the moment, just taking advantage of it. It is nice sometimes just looking up and be like, hey, we got people here, but you can't think outside of that. That's cool stuff for after season. And you think about what we did, but we're right here in the moment. We got Kennesaw State coming up. That's all we're focused on right now, and that's all we're worried about as a staff, as players, as a community. That's what our next target is all focused on Kennesaw State.
I couldn't have said it better. It's just 1 week at a time. And don't think too far ahead, because you might let what's in front of you slip. So, just taking it day at a time, breathe in, breathe out. And, like he said, that's stuff for after these 2 games.
How big is Brooks' addition to linebacking core? You and Bird have been in the system for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in this transfer, how big has he been as far as you?
He fit in like a glove, to be honest. He's a real – I love playing with JB. And, he's a hard-nosed kid I mentioned earlier this season. He hits hard. He knows where the ball's going. And so just having somebody you could trust, backside or opposite side of you, it's a good feeling. And I think he was a great addition to the team.
JB's a little crazy out there, isn't he? Is
Yeah.
it kind of fun to be around? It's easy to see. I feel like it's one of the first things I see on defense. He hits someone, he starts screaming, everyone starts screaming, you roll from there, right?
Yo, man, that's one of the things I was talking about earlier, just matching the energy of, the players who make plays. And he's one of the guys. So when he gets fired up, making a play, we all do. And then, we just try to keep up with everybody.
Anything else for the players?